Hi guys, Al here. Episode 3 of Hell's Paradise is out, so let's go. At first we see Gabimaru telling Sajiri that the elixir of life exists and how the chief of his village took a similar medicine years ago. We see that Gabimaru isn't provided with any clue of how to find the elixir and is given very little food supply. We also see Sajiri and Gabimaru's perspective of the island is polar opposite of each other. Sajiri thinks it's beautiful, while Gabimaru finds the place very unnatural. I wonder why Sajiri looks a bit childish to me. Gabimaru, on the other hand, is way more mature, which makes sense given the fact that he is a legendary ninja. Next, a bunch of stuff happens. Gabimaru tries to convince Sajiri to untie his hand. An iron ball sends him flying. Kion and Kisho appear. Sajiri and Kisho say they won't interfere if criminals fight. Gabimaru says he doesn't want to fight because Yui wouldn't like it, but he will fight since there's no other choice. Sajiri tells him to tie his hands. Gabimaru fights Kion while tying his own hands and kills Kion without being harmed. The fight scene was funny, but it made me curious because Gabimaru took many hits yet he was perfectly fine. Which makes me wonder whether he is also immortal or not. Meanwhile, Kisho beheads Kion. He calls Sajiri rigged for following the rules so strictly. Kisho says Sajiri is naive if she thinks people will follow the rules here. Then he goes on to say finding the elixir is the only thing that matters here. At the same time, we see people doing all sorts of things to increase their chances of finding the elixir. Kisho then says that the Shogun may have contacted Iwadakure village for this mission too. He says to Sajiri that this mission might also decide the Yamada clan's new head. Kisho then takes Kion's head and leaves. I'm trying to understand why Sajiri is so innocent and naive. Given her job and family, it doesn't make sense for her to be like this. Kisho seems to be an interesting character. He appears to be smart and understands what's going on very well, yet he wasn't trying to achieve anything, which makes me wonder what's his motive and why did he come here. Next, Gabimaru suddenly starts fighting Sajiri. He says doesn't hate her, but she is being a hindrance. He says if people from Iwadakure village show up it will be all over for him, so he needs to kill Sajiri and find the elixir fast. As they fight, we see they're both very hesitant to kill each other. While this is going on, we get a brief flashback of how Gabimaru was brainwashed to think emotions are weaknesses and how Yui made him realize that's wrong. Gabimaru defeats Sajiri but fails to kill her, and then they talk things out. I like the fact that they both understand each other very well even though they have been traveling together for a very short period of time. The episode ends with two people finding out some man-made statues on the island and then many abnormal creatures attacking everyone. Those statues prove that people used to live on the island at some point, so I'm thinking that the unknown creatures could be normal who became like this after some incident. It was a good episode overall, but it felt like the character designs were very plain and lacking details. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. If you like my video and want to see me make more, then hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to say something, then leave a comment. You can also follow me on Twitter or check out my Facebook page. Links are given in the description. Until then, see ya.